Hi, welcome to this fortnight's video blog. Thanks for linking in. Really glad you have. And in this video blog, I want to take a little detour from some of the thoughts we've been sharing in more recent blogs. And hopefully it'll be a bit of a bridge and a link into some of the things I want to share in the next couple, which are to do with the soft skills of leadership. I think that's a misnomer, but that's how they're regarded, as opposed to the hard skills of vision and mission and strategy, etc. We need to look at the soft skills because they're every bit as important as those things to the organisation itself. And so we're going to do that in a couple of videos to come. But this week I want to share the thought. It's a bit of a weird one, but leaders can be funsters too. Leaders can be funsters too. In other words, we can be people who have fun in leadership, but also engender fun in the organisations that we lead. Sometimes leadership becomes so serious and so severe and with such gravity that we forget that side of it and that side of ourselves. So leaders can be funsters too. That's the thought for this particular fortnight. And the reason is that the stakes are so high. Most organisations have a purpose, have a drive, have a cause, and the stakes are so high and we're so committed to them that unless we have some levity, it can become overwhelming. And particularly if you're in a faith-based organisation where the stakes are really high, you might be in the business of alleviating poverty, or you might be in the business of addressing injustice or bringing hope or feeding the poor, whole array of areas of making a difference. And that is so overwhelming and so never-ending, as it were, that you need some levity, some lightness, some light and shade so that it doesn't become so overwhelming in what you do. So that's why it's important to do that. And it doesn't take a lot. You don't. You may say, I'm not a naturally funny person. I'm not a naturally humorous person. It doesn't take a lot. It can be very simple indeed. It could be as simple as maybe just having some non-agenda type meetings with your team. Next week, folks, we're going to have a non-agenda meeting off-site in a coffee shop. There's no business to be talked about. Or you might say, or the business to be talked about is a little left field. Next week, I want you to bring along 3 items that are on your bucket list. Or I want you to come and talk about a nickname you had when you were a kid. Or I want you to tell us something that nobody or very few people know about yourself. Certainly nobody at work knows. That's going to be just a great opportunity. I've learned from people who haven't got much hair. They used to have mullets. I've learned from people who you wouldn't even imagine who've got a tattoo. Some of those things that you just discover about people. People who've got nicknames from school you never thought about. So it can be as simple as that, or even you could even just not give notice, just spring it on people and say, today, folks, drop your pens at your desk, we're going to go for a cup of coffee. Those sort of things just bring a light and a shade. I was in an office the other day talking to someone, and a knock came on the door and somebody opened and pushed in a tea trolley with a big basket full of chocolates. And offered me one, and I took one, and the person I was with took one as well. I said, what's this about? And he said, well, it's Chocolate Tuesday. Every Tuesday, they come around with a big bucket of chocolates and we get to take one. And the sort of buzz in the office waiting for the trolley to come around was quite amazing. Just something as simple as that. And you might be surprised just how creative you can be when it's something simple you can do just to bring some light and shade and some fun into leadership and into the organisation in which you lead. And it's not, as I said before, just a distraction. It actually makes a difference to the leadership. It actually helps to set culture. It's an important part of that, and to bring that light and shade and a bit of humour and a bit of laughter into your life and into the organisation. When you mix that with mission, vision and values, it can actually bring a balance to the organisation that's needed to bring that relief sometimes in things that are really important. It also shows people that their leaders are human. If you're in an organisation, there's nothing quite so nerve-wracking, nothing quite so tension-building, nothing quite so teeth-clenching as a leader who's all the time, just jumping from one project to the next or one task to the next and not much in between. And if you're following that, you're just a bit frantic about where it's all going. And your leader seems to be someone who's an automatic pilot, just doing the next thing, just completing the next task without much in between it, no light or shade, no up and down. So to just engender a little bit of fun into the organisation can actually show that you're human and their leader is human, and people can sort of breathe out a little bit and enjoy work. It also helps you develop a bit of playfulness in your own life or in general in your life as well as in your organisation. You know, one of the things you notice is as life goes on, maybe as you get a little older, maybe as you get a little bit more responsibility, or you climb up, if you're in the business world, climb up the corporate ladder. As that happens, what you find often is that playfulness diminishes. You don't have as much fun as you used to do. You're less playful, and playfulness has a huge part to play in personal well-being. So it can do all of those things. So remember, whatever your personality type, whatever your temperament test says, whatever your Myers-Briggs says, whatever your DISC profile says, whatever your Strength Finder says, whatever your Enneagram says, doesn't matter what that is, you can put some fun into your life and into the leadership. Remember, no matter what that is, remember that leaders can be funsters too. So go on, have some fun this week, laugh at yourself, spring some surprise on your team, and really enjoy the week, and look forward to connecting in again in a fortnight's time. So thanks for joining in. Please feel free to give feedback on Facebook, on LinkedIn, my website, timhanna.com.au, and on the YouTube channel you can go back and see the previous 22 blogs. So please feel free to feedback. I really enjoy that feedback. So until next time, peace and joy, and have a lot of fun.